I'm Chris Hahn, the Aggressive Progressive. Check out a new episode of the Aggressive Progressive podcast every Tuesday. You know, the election is heating up just as the year is winding down. Stick with me. I'll tell you the truth as I see it. Download the Aggressive Progressive on Pandora or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, I'm Mark Goodman.
And I'm Alan Light.
On today's podcast, in celebration of International Guitar Month, Pete Townsend of The Who will join us.
Pete went deep with us into his relationship with the guitar and with music in general. The new Broadway version of Tommy. He clarified the status and the future of The Who and much, much more.
Sound Up with Mark Goodman and Alan Light, the only music podcast that matters. Get it on Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I was into hip hop since I was a baby. Like, my older brother got me into hip hop, and like that was our outlet, you know, because I always felt like an outcast my whole life, and just to have music, like, you know, just I rooted back to all the old, like I went to Run DMC, EPMD, Public Enemy, you know, NWA, Rakim, Grandmaster Flash, just from the root all the way, and then I just built from that to Wu-Tang and Nas and M, and like I kind of listened to hip hop and used it as an outlet for myself. Like, I felt like that was the only form of expression that I could listen to. This before I started rapping, that I could actually take any kind of pain that I went through in my own life and translate it into some euphoric experience where I could actually feel like, yo, you know what? There's people going through pain in their life right now, and I could hear it in that, and it just made me comfortable just with my own pain. And there came a point where, you know, everybody was rapping. Like, everyone was playing basketball, everybody was rapping. So, like, there came a point where, like, yo, lads, why don't you, well, they're not lads at the time, but they were asking me, they're like, yo, why don't you try, because all my friends were doing it, so it was just a pastime. So, you know, I was listening to some Wu-Tang records at the time. Like, my favorite track, I think that was right when Wu-Tang Forever came out. And I was listening to Triumph, and something about that song, it was just, I kept listening to it. I kept rewinding every verse, and I was so infatuated with the lyrics and the way that the vocabulary was placed. And I'm like, man, hip-hop, people don't know. Hip-hop is like what it could do to you and how it can make you feel intellectually. So then I started putting together, like, lines from my biology class, and I started putting those into my, this was in high school, and I started putting those into rhymes. And then it just the pastime built, and it just built, and it became my favorite thing to do when I wasn't doing school or whatever, you know?
Save big money on your entire roofing project now at Menards. Protect your home for years to come with Owens Corning Architectural Shingles. They offer long-lasting performance while providing ultimate protection with a 130 miles per hour wind rating and limited lifetime warranty. Choose from over 50 options of Owens Corning shingles in-store and on Menards.com. And check out more of our great deals going on now.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, I'm Mark Goodman.
And I'm Alan Light.
On today's podcast, in celebration of International Guitar Month, Pete Townsend of The Who will join us.
Pete went deep with us into his relationship with the guitar and with music in general. The new Broadway version of Tommy. He clarified the status and the future of The Who and much, much more.
Sound Up with Mark Goodman and Alan Light, the only music podcast that matters. Get it on Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.